Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to dive into this really powerful idea today. The idea that your mind doesn't just see reality, nope, it actively builds it, using your past as the raw material. All right, let's kick things off with a question that, really gets to the core of how we all experience the world. And it's a pattern I'm sure you've seen before. Think about it. Someone who's been lied to over and over, they might start to think that everyone is untrustworthy, right? That the world is just a fundamentally dishonest place. So why does that happen? Well, the answer isn't really that the world is actually bad. It's that our brain is hardwired to create a simulation of the world. It's always making predictions, and it's basing those predictions completely on what it's seen before. Okay, so let's dig in to how this works. This is what we're calling the mind's simulation, and it's all about building a print of reality. See, your brain is basically a prediction machine. It's not just passively sitting there waiting for things to happen to it. Oh no, it is constantly, and I mean constantly, running these simulations, using all your old life data to guess what's just around the corner and how you should get ready for it. And the way it builds this blueprint is surprisingly simple. It's really just a three-step process. First, something happens to you, that's the experience. Then your brain spots a pattern. And finally, that pattern kind of hardens. It becomes a print, a mental blueprint that it'll use from now on. And this is the crucial part, right? This print becomes your new default setting. It's what dictates how you automatically, and a lot of the time totally unconsciously, react when something similar pops up later. So you might be wondering, just how powerful is this simulation? I mean, can it really make us react to stuff we've never, ever seen before? Well, let's find out. We're going to run a couple of quick thought experiments. Okay, first one. Imagine this. Bam! You're suddenly dropped right into the middle of an active volcano. No warning. You're just there. You feel the insane heat, smell the sulfur, you see molten rock bubbling everywhere. You have zero time to think. What's the very first thing you do?
You'd run, right? You wouldn't stop to take a selfie. You wouldn't wonder out the geology. Nope. Every single instinct in your body would be screaming one thing. Get out now. But here's what's so wild about that. You've probably never even seen a real volcano up close, let alone been inside one. So how on earth does your brain know exactly what to do? Well, it's all about those past patterns. Even something as simple as touching a hot stove when you were a kid taught your brain a crucial pattern. Super high heat equals danger. So when it's faced with this totally new, crazy scenario, it runs the simulation, and the answer is always, always the same. Run.
All right, let's try another one. This time something you have absolutely zero personal experience with. Let's say a T-Rex, a real one, just smashes through the wall and is standing right in front of you. What do? I mean, would you walk up and ask for its Facebook ID? Of course not. That's a ridiculous question, but it's great because it shows just how absurd any other reaction would be besides that powerful gut instinct you have. You'd run. Again. And think about it, no human has ever seen a living dinosaur. But our collective blueprint, built from movies, books, you name it, has a very clear file on this. Giant, scary creature plus huge teeth equals run for your life. And that just perfectly shows how deep this whole thing goes. Your mind is creating these incredibly detailed blueprints for situations you've never been in and probably never will be, all based on patterns it's already picked up. So, okay, we've seen how this blueprint system keeps us safe from, volcanoes and dinosaurs, but how does it shape our everyday world? That brings us to the glasses of perspective. This idea right here, this is maybe the biggest takeaway of all. The world appears in the color of the glasses one wears. And guess what those glasses are? They're your mental blueprints. They color literally everything you see. So if your past is full of mostly positive experiences, well, your blueprint is going to lead you to expect more good things, like trust and success. You're wearing rose-colored glasses. But if your past has been full of negative stuff, your blueprint is going to simulate a future with more of the same: deceit, failure. Your glasses are tinted gray. And this brings us full circle, right back to that question we started with. The person who's seen hardship over and over again has a blueprint that is constantly running simulations of, you guessed it, more hardship. It's the only reality their mind knows how to get ready for. So let's wrap this up. What should you take away from all this? The big thing is that your perception of right now
It's never pure. It's always being filtered through the lens of your past. Your experiences aren't just old memories collecting dust. They are the active architects building your reality, brick by brick, every single day. So that leaves us with one last and pretty important question. Knowing that your mind builds this blueprint from experience, how are you going to choose to build your future? See, if our blueprints are built from experience, that means we're not just passengers along for the ride. Just being aware of this is the first huge step. Once you recognize the blueprint you're working with, you actually get the power to challenge it. You can consciously go out and find new experiences, create different patterns, look for things that prove the old print wrong. So the question isn't just some deep philosophical thing. It's practical. It's about today. What new bricks are you going to choose to lay?